December 7th.
President, as a father, and as an American, I'm here to say we need to act.
The United States will withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord.
Change is very hard.
Nothing gets done on your own.
People need to constantly be keeping government in check.
We already have all the facts and solutions. All we have to do is to wake up and change.
My name is LaDawn Hagland, and I am a professor of climate justice. And I have chosen that as my chosen field because I love the planet and the people on it, and I feel a broken heart about what we're doing to it.
Right now, 23 million people in New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut are under flood watches, and New York Governor Kathy Hochul has declared a state of emergency.
I think that there's been a lot of fear about the climate crisis in New York over the past couple of years, because something that would have a couple of years ago been considered a 1 in 100 years flood is now happening all the time. And as you've walked throughout New York, you can tell that this is a city that's on an island and surrounded by other islands.
This can only be managed if human greed and the resistance to change can be managed.
Oil companies have known for a long time, and they kept it hidden from us. Now it's not hidden anymore, and the people who continue to still deny that climate change is a problem also make me mad. So there's a whole bunch of, anger to go around.
Communities that don't have open streets, don't have bike lanes, don't have fast buses, they can't know how incredible those things can be until they experience them.
It's one thing to deny climate change, which Trump is busy doing, but it's another thing to deny that there's actually a problem on the ground and we're not going to help people. I mean, that just shows the level of cruelty. It's deliberate cruelty.
Some members of each generation do things willfully that destroy the planet, while others pay the cost of that. And that basic fact of environmental justice makes it so that I can't be mad at a whole generation, but I can certainly be very mad and disgusted with people who make profit off of destroying the planet.
One emotion about the future, what would it be? Frustration. Frustration over people's denial.
There needs to be a massive rethinking of our values and how we're structuring our society, how we're getting around, how we're building our new homes, how we're building our transportation system. It's all going to be really critical, and it's all going to require a lot of change and a lot of collaboration.
We're meant to be here on this planet, and in order for future generations to survive, we have to create greater balance with our environment.
I think when things need to change, they need to change on a rapid scale, and everyone needs to do them to ensure survival. The government really needs to step in there. That is the exact role for government. So what's most important is that we need to see our elected leaders committing to what they've already committed to, actually getting change in the ground, and having the big, bold, visionary leadership that New Yorkers really need.
Change by individuals is great, but we need quicker change. Hopefully community change will tell the government, oh, this is the proper way we should be acting.
Portside's mission is to change city policy to have more maritime uses of the waterways, to maximize use of the waterways, but sustainably, not polluting, not destroying. But this was an asset that the city wasn't using very well and still is not. Water is the greenest way to move things. It's a blue-green economy that we've been trying to promote and grow.
I actually, in my classroom, come across people all the time who don't know where to start. And so when I'm in a position to talk to somebody who doesn't know where to start, I always tell them to start where they care about something. If you're a surfer, let's say, maybe start with helping reduce the use of single-use plastics. If what you care about is like being outdoors, then maybe fight for protecting outdoor spaces.
TA actually organized the largest ever pro-congestion pricing demonstration in the history of time. We brought out 700 people to the governor's office and we protested. We didn't just do that. We also sued her in court a bunch of times, called her millions of times. Supporters also calling her, sending emails, sending letters, and then ultimately the governor said, actually, I'm gonna turn congestion pricing on.
The first in the nation tolling program imposes a $9 fee on most passenger cars entering Manhattan below 60th Street during peak hours and higher fees on trucks and other vehicles. There's a 7.5% decrease in daily traffic. That translates to 43,000 fewer cars on the road entering the congestion zone per day compared to the same time last year.
It has to be all of us that are working in 1,000 different places.
It's not going to be perfect. We'll never be perfect. I think as humans, we will constantly be messing up and destroying stuff. But I think we could just strive for a way that we make sure that the environment continues surviving.
Even though it appears from what we see in the news that we're losing this battle, it's all part of it, like the social regeneration, reconnecting us with our humanity is part of the process of healing our relationship with the planet and with climate.
You know, there's a saying about this young boy in Times Square at like 2 a.m. during the Vietnamese War, and he'd hold a sign, "End the war in Vietnam now." And this guy's in a car and he pulls over. "Hey kid, do you think that sign's gonna change the world?" And the kid goes, "Well, I don't know if the sign's gonna change the world, but the world's not gonna change me." So, you know, one has to act and hope that the higher ups will hear and follow through.